Alright, what's up, guys? This is going to be part 2 to my live action films DVD collection. And, yeah, let's get started. Yeah, let's make some room here. Okay, first film we got here, in part 2, is Enter the Dragon by, well, it's not by Bruce Lee, but starring Bruce Lee. Great martial arts film, great action, really cheesy storyline. Just looking back at it now, storyline was ridiculous, but the fight scenes, the fight choreography was top notch. Just shows why Bruce Lee was one of the best martial artists of his time, and probably ever. I don't know. I can't really comment, but, one of the biggest reasons why I'm such a Bruce Lee fan. This movie right here, great action, not so much great suspense. What am I saying? I'm tired, but yeah. I mean, it's good for what it is. If you're a fan of Bruce Lee, check it out. Storyline isn't that great, but a lot of great fight scenes. I forget the black dude's name, the Afro, but he's actually very he's got some really cool fight scenes in the movie too. The guy from with the fist coming out, he was actually in the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Keep forgetting his name, but yeah, because he was in Nightmare on Elm Street. He was in Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Not good with names. Great movie. Check it out if you're a fan of martial arts. Next movie we got here is Way of the Dragon. This is another great Bruce Lee movie right here. Great fight between Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee kicks his ass. It's great fight scenes too. There was this other scene too. There's a whole bunch of good fight scenes in this movie. The one in the alley behind the restaurant where he basically kicks some ass. Check it out. Watch it. If you're a Bruce Lee fan, definitely check it out. This copy right here that I have is not the best quality, but it's good enough. It's definitely check it out. Alright, right here is Jet Li Fist of Legend. This is my favorite Jet Li movie of all time. Has a great plot to it as well. Basically, it talks about how Jet Li, he's trying to fight. He's trying to find out who killed one of his leaders. His leader, one of the guys he worships, and basically they think the Japanese did it, and that's why. And the Japanese did do it, but long story short, it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type story because Jet Li is trying to get with this Japanese chick, and she's really cute. Actually, she's fucking cute. But yeah, watch it. Great fight scenes, great martial arts. It's a good movie. The Raid Redemption. This one right here is another treat. Personally, so far, it's my favorite in the Raid Redemption series, the Raid series. You got Iko Uwais. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or not. I don't care. He plays the role of Rama, and he's a badass cop. He's a rookie cop. He goes into the projects in Indonesia, and he tries to take out this drug lord because the guys he's working with are basically are corrupt, and they're there to take him out. But it's a great movie nonetheless. If you're into like really good martial arts films, really good action, very suspenseful movies and stuff like that, wondering what's going to happen next, definitely check this film out. It's really good. It really, right there too, it's one of the fights with this gentleman right here, Mad Dog. He is fucking brutal as shit. He's crazy. He's like a Indonesian Sabu or some shit. He's wild. He's wild as hell. It even takes both Ramna and his brother just to take him out. And even two of them at once are having a rough time trying to take his ass out. But yeah, it's a relentless film, like it says. Definitely check it out if you want a really good action film. Very, very good movie. The Raid 2, huge letdown. Not a horrible movie, but not great either. Basically, Ramna's brother gets killed in the beginning. Spoiler alert. Ramna tries to find revenge, tries to find out who killed him. And basically, he goes on like this wild goose chase trying to get in undercover in this mafia with this spoiled bastards. And his father, who's like the leader of mafia and all. It's a boring ass movie. Well, it's not boring, but it's real, like, it drags on like a motherfucker. I mean, it's okay at best. Like, if you have time to watch it, but it's really not that good. Nowhere near as good as the first movie. The Crow with Brandon Lee, and this movie is so fucking tragic because Brandon Lee puts on a great performance in this movie. And The Crow in general is just a really, really good movie. It's action-packed like it says. Basically, the plot in a nutshell. This guy gets killed along with his fiance, but he gets to come back to life. His name is Eric Draven. He gets to get revenge on the people who killed him, and, basically, he can't die as long as the crow on his fucking shoulder stays alive. Long story short, it's good. Watch it. Some backstory in the movie is basically that Brandon Lee got shot while shooting this film, and that fucking sucks. Sucks dick. But, whoever shot him was a dumbass. Why the fuck would you have fucking real live rounds in the fucking gun? Take him out, you jackass. It's sad too, man. Now both Bruce and Brandon Lee were taken out way too soon, man. Both of them were like right in their prime too. Brandon Lee wasn't even in his prime. He was just like really getting started. They were really on to something here. He could have probably been in a lot of really good movies had he lived. But excellent movie right here. Excellent. Great movie. Really dark, really cinematography. It's great. Watch it. Batman, the original one. Batman from 1989. My favorite live-action Batman movie. Definitely the best one. First one I saw as a kid, too. And, this is really good. You got Michael Keaton. He does a great job as both Bruce Wayne and Batman. Jack Nicholson, he steals the show as the Joker. Kim Basinger, she's alright. She's whatever. She's his love interest. But, I like how they show how the Joker became the Joker. How Jack Napier fell into a vat of chemicals and turned into the Joker pretty much. But, it's every Joker origin story is different. Most of the ones, like in The Killing Joke, he was basically a bad comedian. In some instances, he's the Red Hood himself, and he fell into a tank of chemicals. There's so many different origin stories of the Joker that there's not one that is really legit or correct. So, this one kicked ass, in my opinion. It basically, Joe Chill was the guy who was supposed to have killed Bruce Wayne's parents, but I like the fact that Tim Burton made it the Joker, because Joe Chill is irrelevant and no one gives a shit about him anyway, and that's a fact. He is a pointless character in the comics, and the Joker was the right guy to kill Batman's parents. Fact. I don't care what any of you say. And it's a great movie. Watch it. If you're into comic book movies, Batman, and related shit, watch it. It's good. Trust me. Batman Forever, my second favorite live-action Batman movie. Way better than Batman Returns. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. This movie is hilarious. This movie is cool. This movie is funny. This movie has, Val Kilmer, he does a great job as Batman. Chris O'Donnell, he does a great job as Robin. He's kind of like a hybrid between Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. So he's got that rebellious, edgy feel to him. He's very edgy Robin too. Right in time for the 90s. Jim Carrey, he steals the show as the Riddler. Excellent. He's hilarious. He's just out of control. Wacky Jim Carrey, like always. Tommy Lee Jones, he's funny as shit too as Two-Face, even though he does a poor portrayal of Two-Face. because Two-Face does not act like that. But you know, for what it's worth, he's hilarious in the role of Two-Face. Nicole Kidman, she's hot. The best Batmobile ever, too, in this movie. Best Batmobile ever. Way better than the one in 1989. And fucking the gay-ass Tumblr piece of shit in the Nolan movies. Fuck that ugly piece of shit Batmobile. Fucking sucks. For anyone who wants to bash the bat nipples, go fuck yourselves. The bat ass, go fuck yourselves. It did not make that big of an impact in this movie. The bat suits were still fucking awesome. And yeah, this movie was good. Very underrated Batman movie. I definitely recommend it if you are not a pretentious tool who has shitty taste. Mortal Kombat. This movie was real good too. This actually is one of my childhood movies right here. I love this film. I still to this day, this is probably, well actually no. This wasn't the first movie I saw in theaters. I've seen movies before this, but this is like one of the first films that I really just marked out and wanted to own once it came out on VHS back in the day. I asked my parents for it for Christmas, and you know I love the Mortal Kombat video games. I love the first movie. Even Annihilation gets a lot of shit. It's not that bad. I mean, yeah, it sucks in a lot of ways, but it's not as bad as some people make it out to be. Some people just over-complain. This movie had great fighting cinematography. Everyone who was casted for their roles was pretty much perfect for their roles. Carrie, insert Japanese name that I can't remember, was great as Shang Tsung. Robin Shao, he did a great job as Liu Kang. Looks just like Liu Kang, too. Lyndon Ashby, he did a great job as Johnny Cage. Bridget Wilson, she did a great job as Sonya Blade. Christopher Lambert, he did a great job as Raiden, even though I do prefer James Remar, whatever the fuck his name is, from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. He basically just looked a little more serious. He looked more like somebody who was like a thunder god. But Christopher Lambert, he does a good job in this movie, so yeah, whatever. Great movie. Definitely check it out if you're into like 90s films. CGI does not hold up to this day, and looking back, I do really wish that this movie was rated R, so it can have all the fatalities and stuff, but other than that, it's still a really great action film, great martial arts film. A lot of great fight scenes, like with Scorpion and Johnny Cage. Even fucking Liu Kang versus Shao Kahn, that was Shang Tsung. Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung, that was a great fight. That was a great final fight. Great movie. I liked how Goro was done. He was basically, they did him kind of like how they did, he was just like an animatronic pretty much. And I remember as a kid, I thought they used the same technology they used in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but they didn't, so yeah. I guess, yeah. Hellraiser. This was another great film right here. It basically had like a lot of gore. Really violent movie right here. Yeah, the plot was kind of fucked up. Basically, this guy, he's a lowlife, Frank, finds this fucking cube, opens it, Cenobites come out, kill his ass, destroy the fuck out of him. And, you know, basically, prior to him dying like that, he had an affair with his brother's wife. Forgot her name. But yeah, she tries to help him. Basically, she has to find bodies and feed him to Frank, basically, suck the blood out of him so he can become human again. Because you gotta watch the movie for yourself. It's a real gross, fucked up movie. Great 80s horror flick right here. Yeah, definitely recommend it. Watch it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the only Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that I own. The second one was good too. The third one sucked ass. We all know that. And basically, this is definitely a great movie right here. I don't care what anyone says. You know, I can't believe that they're actually actors in those suits. I mean, but they move like it's just, those suits are perfect for this. This movie was just so damn good. I used to watch it countless times as a kid. You know, back when I used to be the huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Power Ranger fan. Great movie right here. Really good. Basically, check it out. You know, I like how Raphael is kind of like how he is in the comics. He's a kind of a dick, but you know, he's not like the one from the animated series, you know, where he's just like whatever, cool, just goes with the flow type of guy. You know, casting wasn't perfect. I feel like chick who played April O'Neil looked like her. Casey Jones was casted perfectly though. Other than that, great film. Kind of wish this had special features, but nonetheless, worth watching. Great childhood flick. Great nostalgia trip. You're Next. Another great horror flick right here. This is just really good. Basically, it's a home invasion. Kids hire motherfuckers to take out their parents and the whole family so they can inherit their riches. But the main female protagonist, this Australian British chick, wherever the fuck she is, right there in the middle. She's basically the protagonist. She's a badass. She kicks ass. She's fucking brutal as shit. Watch it. This is fucking badass right here too. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore the phone in the background. Ginger Snaps. This is a great movie right here too. Great thriller. It's not really horror. It's much more of a thriller type coming of age movie, even in some instances, like describing their periods and stuff like that. Really creative movie. Definitely my favorite werewolf movie. This movie is just so underrated. The sequels suck. Ginger Snaps 2 and 3 are shit. Don't watch them. They suck. Second one really sucks. Fucking stupid. Like, I mean, the third one is stupid too. They go back and it's like almost like back when they were like, not even, it was stupid. Don't watch the sequels. Trust me, they suck. And the second one was a real piece of shit too. Fuck the second movie. Literally, that annoying chick who was that stupid little girl. It kept like crunching the damn chips and stuff. Kept crunching like all these, like she was just always somewhere, like crunching some damn potato chip. Like, like seriously, like we really want to fucking hear you crunch your fucking potato chips and shit. Stupid. But this movie was awesome. Basically, I like the you know, Katharine Isabelle. She plays the lead role as Ginger. Her sister is Bridget. She's played by Emily Perkins, who was also in the movie It, Stephen King's It. And they have great chemistry in this movie too. Really good, very well acted. You know, they look out for each other too. They have like a really cool chemistry, great bond relationship. Up until, you know, Ginger becomes a werewolf, and then she starts turning into somewhat of a bitch, but she's also really fucking cool. Watch it. Again, watch it. Very underrated movie. Orphan. This one was just crazy. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but yeah. Really great twist. The alternate ending is fucked up beyond belief. Isabelle Fuhrman, she does a great job as Esther. Really weird, fucked up movie. I definitely recommend watching it. It's really fucked up. Strangers. Now, I remember seeing this movie in theaters and just thinking, wow, this was really, really creepy. And, you know, I had to get it on DVD. It's just really... It's not... It's just, like, the main characters are crap, but, you know, you really do, like... It's like when you get into the movie and you realize that, hey, this could be you, because this is based off of a true story, you really get into the movie a lot more. You know, the main characters, the husband and wife, whatever, you know, they're boring shit, but, you know, they're basically there for like the weekend or whatever. I don't know. Didn't pay attention. Once you get into this movie, it's just really, really creepy. Very, definitely the type of movie you have to watch at nighttime when, when you're like alone and shit. Really great horror film right here. From Dusk Till Dawn, my favorite George Clooney movie, my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. Really weird twist that this movie has. They start off as killers, George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino. Well, not killers, but thieves, and Quentin Tarantino's character is a really sick bastard. He plays the role of Richie, and, he's a real fucking pervert, but things go even crazier once they get into the Titty Twister. That bar, the Titty Twister, which you'll watch the movie. But, yeah, Harvey Keitel, he's in this movie. He does a great job with what he's given. Also, Juliette Lewis from fucking Natural Born Killers, and she was in a few other movies, too. She was in some good stuff, but I really remember her from Natural Born Killers. It was an Oliver Stone movie, and, yeah, she really plays a real bitch in this movie compared to that movie. This movie, she's a fucking coward, but, it's good. Watch it. Jeepers Creepers, great movie, great monster. Victor Silva, I do not respect him because he's a fucking child molester, but I do respect the fact that he made this movie. This is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I love the Creeper. He's fucking badass as shit. He just looks so cool, too. Justin Long's in this movie, and this is prior to when Justin Long became really huge in the 2000s, when he was in everything from Dodgeball to Accepted and all these other movies, Drag Me to Hell. He was in everything in the 2000s. You couldn't make a turn without seeing Justin Long in a movie back in the 2000s. But this was basically like his first real major role. His first big major star for his career. He was in stuff before this. But yeah, this was, and Gina Phillips, she's also in this movie. She does a great job as Trisha, the sister. This is a really creepy movie too. It's just bad. The Creeper is just such a badass. He's just one of my favorite horror movie monsters. So yeah, watch it. It's good. Only watch this movie if you're getting the unrated version. Other than that, stay away. It's okay, but it's not great. I'm just a huge Alien vs. Predator fan. Like a huge Alien and Predator fan, so that's why I got it. And the unrated version is much better, but still. Huge fan of this movie. First Predator movie. I don't know if I like this one or the second one better. I no longer own the second one, but great movie. Great Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, but great movie in general. I'm a huge fan of Predator. Predator, The Creeper, and the Xenomorphs are like my favorite horror, sci-fi movie monsters. So I'm a huge fan of all three of them. Great movie. Check it out. The 2010 Predator not remake, but kind of sequel, I guess. A lot of people didn't like Predator 2 from what I heard, so they made this movie to be like a true sequel to Predator. I like all the Predator movies, so yeah, this movie was good. I thought it was good. I didn't really care for Adrian Brody. He's not a badass like Schwarzenegger. Lawrence Fishburne, he's like this weird, he's been there for like how many seasons. It's a good flick. It's a really good, interesting movie. A lot of great action. The motherfucker who played Venom in Spider-Man 3, he's actually a antagonist in this movie as well. And he's actually a lot better in this film than he is in Spider-Man 3. I'll just leave it at that. The Mist, one of my favorite Stephen King movies ever. This was a real fucked up movie. This was real good too. It's one of those movies where it's like, you you just want to see what's going to happen next. You're really on the edge of your seat. And I'm not going to spoil you the ending, because the ending is so fucked up. But, really, really great movie. CGI could have been better, but still, it's really good. I definitely recommend watching it. The Amazing Spider-Man. And this is just one of those movies that I prefer over the original Spider-Man trilogy. I thought this was much better. I think Andrew Garfield is a way better Spider-Man. His Peter Parker is decent, but his Spider-Man is amazing. He has a knack for being Spider-Man. He really does. I like, what's her name? As Gwen Stacy. Fucking the chick from Superbad. She was in Superbad, and that Straight A movie with Amanda Bynes. Keep forgetting her name, but she's a great actress, though. She is. She does a really great job in this movie as Gwen Stacy. Dennis Leary, he does a good job as one of the police lieutenants. Dennis Leary is just one of those type of guys you can imagine him being a manager at a company. He's just one of those guys who just looks like a manager material. He just looks like like the type of guy who loves giving out orders. He just seems like that type of guy in real life. I don't know, but he does a good role as Captain Stacy, and I love the chemistry between Andrew Garfield and the chick who plays Gwen Stacy. Keep forgetting her name, but yeah, great job. Great movie. I like it. Way better than the original Sam Raimi trilogy, by far. Iron Man 1. The only Iron Man movie I have, and refuse to buy any of the others because they fucking suck. This movie was great. Fucking Ironmonger. This is definitely Robert Downey's best portrayal of Tony Stark. In my opinion. I do like the guy who played Rhodey in the sequels compared to Terrence Howard. That's just my opinion. But Terrence Howard, he does a good job as Rhodey. This is prior to War Machine. Fucking Gwyneth Paltrow, she's okay as fucking Pepper. Not really. But this movie's really good. A lot of great action. A lot of great scenes. Definitely the best Iron Man movie. I don't give a shit about fucking the sequels. Sequels suck. Especially Iron Man 3. They fucked up the Mandarin. Fuck Iron Man 3. Piece of shit. Home Alone. Yep. I was one of those guys who loved this movie as a kid. And it still lives up to this day. It's a great, like Elf, this is a great Christmas movie. Really good. And again, I prefer this over Home Alone 2. Again, because first of all, you all know how much I hate New York. Second of all, the second movie was just a ripoff of this. It was like this movie did it better, in my opinion. It was just way better. And plus, the second movie was just like this, but not as good. So, I mean, again, for those of you who don't know, Macaulay Culkin plays Kevin McAllister. He hates his family because they're a bunch of douchebags, and that is a fact. If you watch this movie, they are complete douchebags to him. So he basically gets his wish. He basically gets to stay at home alone while they're on a trip to. Forgot where the hell they're going. Paris, I think. Was it Paris? No. Yeah, the second one was Florida. The first one was Paris. This one was Paris. And, yeah. Great movie. Great childhood movie. Has a deep message, too, because one of the guys he's scared of, who's a neighbor of his, is actually, they think he's like a murderer or like a pedophile or something like that. I think he's creepy, but then you find out he's actually a really cool guy. Nice guy. It's a great family film, man. I definitely recommend it. Watch it. I mean, it's a really good movie. But this is definitely one of the craziest Macaulay Culkin movies I've ever seen in my life. I had to own it once I saw it online because I was like, holy shit, this is a fucked up movie. Basically Macaulay Culkin, he plays a bad kid by the name of Henry. Elijah Wood, for those of you who are like huge fans of Lord of the Rings, he's in this movie too as a little kid. And basically, he's trying to, his mother just passed away. And you feel sorry for him, and then he has to stay at his crazy ass cousin. This is his cousin. He's a fucked up bastard. Oh my god. Great movie. Definitely it shows that Macaulay Culkin was a really very underrated actor. A lot of people only remember him for like Home Alone. But he's actually really good in this film. He's actually really, really dark, really gritty. He does a great job at being a douchebag kid in this movie. I definitely recommend it. And last but not least for my live action movies, Mean Creek. This is actually a really, really good independent movie. It basically talks about how Josh Peck from Drake and Josh, he's in this movie. Macaulay Culkin's brother, Rory Culkin, is in this movie. What's his name? Forget his name. But yeah, to get to the point, it's a good movie because I'm already at 31 minutes. But it's a great movie. It's a great drama, great personal. I think it's just a really well done movie. They try to get revenge on Josh Peck's character because he's kind of a douchebag in the movie, but I think he has dyslexia. And that's kind of why, he doesn't really know how mean he treats people sometimes. But, once they get to know him, they start to become his friend. But then, one of the guys, Marty, he still wants to go along with the prank and push Josh Peck's character off of the boat and humiliate him, strip him off his clothes, and throw him in the lake. That's the prank they're actually planning to do, but he ends up falling off the boat anyway, but he ends up dying, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's actually a very good movie, very relatable movie. I mean, it's just showing like how a prank can go wrong. Very good movie too, very underrated. No one talks about this movie. I definitely recommend it. But yeah, that's it. Those are my DVDs, and I hope you enjoyed. Later.